What's going on, guys? It's Jack.
What's up? It's Captain Sports.
Uh, yeah, I was making sure that the media or the audio was working on your end too. So I hear you. So we're good to go.
Good deal.
We are not together today. We got some stuff going on. The weather's pretty bad over here. Captain Sports suffered an injury, football injury. I'm just kidding. He was
Not
at
not
work. He was at
not
work.
injury. Yeah, the weather's actually starting to get pretty dark over here too. So
Yeah, it's Hey man, I'm glad for it. We've been in a freaking drought, so like
bad.
my yard
Yep.
needs it. Like give it all like you can give.
Yeah, we need all we can get.
Yeah, for sure. So you want to tell them about your football injury, or you just want to jump into the matchups?
So I have a really bad sprain, ankle sprain with some possible torn ligaments. I'm probably gonna have to go back about a week to go get an MRI, make sure that everything's on the up and up as long as it's healed correctly.
Uh, if you
Yeah,
were playing football, how long do you think this injury would sideline you?
I'd go back in the game right after.
No man, no coach, I'm good. Put me in.
Nah, man, I couldn't walk. I couldn't put weight on it. I mean, I'm still having a hard time putting weight on it. So probably, I mean,
Well,
I guess what kind of medical team we got, what team we're playing for.
as long as it's
I,
not the Chargers, the one that had when Tyrod Taylor, I think he'd be okay.
oh, dude, if I had the choice, my career would be over with.
Oh man. Yeah, so we were in week number.
uh, 3.
No, we're week
Week
number 2, man.
is it week 2? Oh, it's week 2 for
It's week
college
2,
football.
dude. Good lord, we're
Yeah,
already
my
doing
fault.
this.
Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on me. Indeed.
All right, so yeah, we missed the Thursday night game. That was a good game. The Vikings kept it close. It looked like the Eagles at one point were going to run away with it, but the Vikings came charging back and made it a football game. So it was
So
good.
what's
I mean,
surprising
go ahead.
is that they did not lose because of Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was not Captain Kirk in this primetime game. He actually played well.
I know. He actually played pretty decent. I think Justin Jefferson had over 100 yards receiving, so they did pretty good.
I believe Jordan Addison had either over 100 or really close to it as well.
Addison,
Yes.
gotcha. Yeah. So they made it a game. I would have picked the Vikings if we were going to pick that game, but we're not going to count that.
Because you
Um,
don't. So
yeah, because I don't like the Eagles,
yeah, we
but
can't count that. It's
but
your bias.
I think even if I didn't have that bias towards the Eagles, I think I would have went with the Vikings anyways because I do like Justin Jefferson. I like uh, Captain Kirk.
I, I just couldn't do it because Captain Kirk doesn't like primetime games. And like we were talking about this earlier, like I said earlier, the Philadelphia Eagles just don't lose very many games. So it's tough to pick against a team that doesn't lose very often.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right, let's get it started off with the first matchup of the week. Is going to be Green Bay at the Atlanta Falcons. What you got for this one?
Green Bay at Atlanta. You know what? Atlanta didn't look very good week 1, and Jordan Love was a pleasant surprise. I'm going to go ahead and take it, or Green Bay in that game.
Really?
Yeah.
I Yeah, I mean Green Bay, they play Chicago. Like, come on, like I need to see something else from you.
Yeah, but Jordan Love,
Jordan,
Atlanta played Carolina, and they struggled with them.
yeah, but I mean that's a divisional rival. Like you expect that, and you still have a young quarterback. I mean, so is Jordan Love. Um, yeah,
Yeah, but
that's
Jordan year 3
that's
then.
they're kind of the same team in my opinion, to be honest with you. Um, I think Atlanta, if they would have played Chicago, I think they would have had an easy time with them as well. But
I, I
I'm gonna
no,
split. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Dirty Birds.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, but I don't. I think that I still just don't think Atlanta's that good of a football team. I mean, they struggled against Carolina. I think they would have struggled against Chicago.
Yeah, I like that running game. And they got the weapons on offense. They got Kyle Pitts. They got Drake. I know Drake London didn't do shit last week, but he is still there. He's got to require some attention. I like that offense. If they
Kyle Pitts
can
had a
pick,
Desmond Ridder had a rough week because Kyle Pitts had a rough week too. I mean,
yeah,
Drake London catch the ball. Kyle Pitts struggled as well. So
yeah, dude, they got the talent, but if they can ever get that like cohesiveness rolling and they gel with the together, because the running game that was there all game. You had Bijan doing his thing, and then you had Tyler Algier. Thanks for that pickup. Um, he
yeah,
was doing.
it was surprised you wanted to trade after we drafted.
Yeah, I did. But man, dude, everybody was not talking about him, and he was projected to get me 6 points. I was projected to get killed, and you know,
Except for me talking about him. I was the one person who was talking about him.
yeah,
Let's
well,
correct.
yeah, well, you were right on that. I'll give credit where credit's due.
Appreciate
Matchup number 2, we got the Raiders going up against the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo.
it. So this is actually a really good matchup in my opinion. Josh Allen looked absolutely shit week 1. I mean, Buffalo lost solely because of him. Four 3 interceptions, a fumble that you lost. Like that, you just can't give the ball to the other team 4 times and expect to win that game. And that was with
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers first drive. Like you
yeah,
got outdueled by.
dude.
That's
As
pretty.
soon as Rodgers went down, like, hey, put your fucking your foot on their neck and don't let go until the game's over. And I don't know
Right.
what happened with Buffalo. Maybe they're just having maybe they needed a warm up week to get going. I don't know. I didn't think they would be that bad.
As far as the Jets defense goes, I mean they are that good. I mean, let's be honest. They have a really, really solid defense up here.
Yeah.
But no excuse to give the other team the ball 4 times, especially not when you're supposed to be an MVP caliber quarterback. You can't
Yep.
do that.
Yep. I agree.
I don't think he'll do that against the Raiders, just because the Raiders don't have that. We're not that they don't have good as the Jets do. My problem with the game is that they do still have Josh Jacobs and they've got Jimmy G, who is one of, if not the best current game manager in the NFL. I don't know how many opportunities Josh Allen is going to get. I mean, he does turn the ball over at least once a game. That one turnover could decide that game for him.
Yep. Yeah. I was going to say the same thing.
I think I'm going to take Vegas in this game.
We're going to take Vegas.
I think so.
I mean, they did just enough last week to win, and they looked pretty decent. Their defense came up for them, but I mean, you still go back to like how good is Denver really going to be? You think they're going to be a little bit better with Sean Payton as their head coach now, but we'll see. It's still early in the season, but I believe in my boy. I think that he's going to learn from what he did last game. I don't think Vegas has the defense that the Jets have. I'm going to go with Buffalo. Buffalo's too fucking talented to. Man, I'm cussing a lot in this video. They're too talented to not beat them. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills.
I mean, I agree with you, but Josh Allen is what, year 4 now,
Yeah.
and is still doing shit like that. Like it doesn't seem like he's learned. This isn't the first time he's done it. I guarantee you, it's not going to be the last. He just can't figure out how to not turn the ball over. He's got a
He's just
strong,
got to be patient, and he's got to learn to not try to force something where there is nothing. And I just
especially now with 5 super athletic freak. Take off. You've had no issues with it before, but now all of a sudden you do.
yeah, yeah. All right, now we got the Baltimore Ravens going up against Cincinnati. They're playing in the jungle. So Burrow had a bad first week, man. Uh, that whole team looked out of sync. They played Cleveland. I know Jamar Chase made that comment, and it really pissed off Myles Garrett. And they just wanted to come in there and I guess show them, hey, man, we're not just Cleveland. We're going to come in and we're going to fucking play you tough. And to be honest with you,
Uh,
Cleveland always kind of plays them tough. So
they def- they definitely did that. They shut that offense down.
yeah, yeah, and he just became the highest paid quarterback or player in the league, and you put up that kind of performance. People start looking at you when you do stuff like that.
Well,
So
and see, here's my thing. Granted, Joe playing in that game. I think me and you both agreed on that. I mean, he's fresh out of a walking boot, out of surgery. He should have never been playing in that game.
yep,
And I don't know that he'll be playing this week. There's obvious. I mean, you can see it in the first game. There's obvious ring rust coming off of that injury. So I don't know. I don't think you shake that off in a week. I don't know that he's going to be 100% going into this week. And I know that him and T. Higgins are having some issues right now, too. Joe Burrow and T. Higgins are not on the same page with each other. So I'm not going to say that I love the Ravens, but I think the Ravens could win this game.
Yeah, I think anytime you got these teams going up against each other, I think anybody can win. Again, Cincy's freaking super talented. They just got to get their shit going and get rolling. But Baltimore, man, they kind of looked a little shaky themselves that first half against the Texans, and then the second half they kind of turned it on and kind of pulled away for it. And then they just lost their running back again. Man, that guy cannot fight off that injury bug. J.K. Dobbins is out for the year.
I'm gonna call it now. I believe that this is J.K. Dobbins' last year as a Baltimore Raven.
Dude, it's tough. Yeah, he can't stay on the field. He's a super talented guy. He can play with the best of them, but man, he cannot stay healthy.
Nope.
But Mark Andrews is coming back. Lamar Jackson is that dual threat guy. I mean, they got Zay Flowers. He kind of showed up last week. They got some weapons on the team as well.
Playing in the regular season, which is surprising.
Yeah. I think Cincinnati will bounce back, but I'm gonna take Baltimore, and I think it's gonna be fairly close. But I'm gonna take the Ravens to win this game.
Okay.
Did you go with the Ravens too?
Yeah, I took the Ravens.
Okay, gotcha. All right, now we got Seattle, Detroit, and they're playing in the Motor City. So Seattle is 0-1, and Detroit had that game against the Chiefs where they pulled it out at the end. How do you like this one?
I see Seattle having a bounce back week. I mean, they lost Lockett early in that game. From what I understand, he cleared concussion protocol and probably could have come back in that game. They just didn't want to risk it. Now they ended up losing. I see a bounce back week for Seattle. I mean, that offense is just super talented. There's no way that they can keep playing like that. You can't have Jackson Smith-Njigba, Tyler Lockett, and DK Metcalf and have that poor of an offensive performance. And I really want to. I mean, yes, Detroit squeaked it out against Kansas City. Yes, it was a very good game. They also City's number one threat playing that game. They won by 1. And there's two particular reasons that they won by 1. One, Kadarius Toney. If you're not going to catch the ball, make sure somebody else does.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. That right there lost them the game. And they didn't even have Travis Kelce. If Travis Kelce was playing, he would have caught a touchdown pass. Kansas City wins by 6. They don't lose by 1.
Yep.
So Detroit is getting better. I do believe that, yes, they beat a Kansas City team. They beat an extremely hindered Kansas City team. Do I think they could beat Seattle? Yes. Do I think it's going to happen? No. I think Seattle's going to go ahead and take down Detroit week 2.
I'm gonna go opposite, man. I'm gonna take Detroit, man. They got all the momentum around them right now, and there's a lot of excitement going on with that franchise. You got Dan Campbell, that guy. Freaking, he's gonna bite some kneecaps off.
Let him know that we're those guys that'll bite your fucking kneecaps
off. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on a minute. All right, guys, back. So we're gonna move on to the next matchup. It's going to be Indianapolis at Houston, AFC division rival.
Is Anthony Richardson in this game, or is he down?
I haven't heard that he's hurt. I
know he got hurt in I believe it was the 4th quarter of the first game. I know Gardner Minshew came in for at least a drive. I don't know if he finished the game out for him.
Well, I'm looking it up right now. I don't see anything about him being out.
Okay, so he probably came back in that game then.
Looking like it.
Okay.
So they're going to be at NRG. They're going to be in Houston. Yeah, I mean, these are two teams that are, I think they're kind of fairly, equal, even with each other, skill-wise. So
I think our receivers may be, which I mean, let's take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt because we have one of, if not the worst receiving core in the NFL. But so does Indianapolis, and I think we may have a little bit better receiving core than them. We definitely have a better running back than them with Jonathan Taylor being on the PUP list. Quarterback,
who is there? Is it Zach Moss right now?
yeah, I think so. I think Zach Moss did start for him last week.
Yeah.
So I feel that Dameon Pierce is probably a better running back than Zach Moss.
I agree.
Quarterback wise, I mean, CJ Stroud is more accurate. Anthony Richardson is more athletic. So you're going to get a little more out of Richardson, but you're probably not going to get as many turnovers out of Stroud. And I think defensively we're probably, I mean, they had more big names, but I think we're kind of right there tip for tap with them defensively because D'Amico Ryans has essentially come in and made that defense just, I mean, you said it. The only reason Baltimore was able to score in the second half on us is just because the defense couldn't get off the field. But every time the offense field, the defense was right back on it. So, but in the first half, Baltimore couldn't seem to figure out an answer for our defense. So, I think our defense just gapped in the second half. That's what led to 25 point or 50. No, it was 18 points scored in the second half. I think our defense just ran out of gas.
Yeah, I think so too. And your offense got to stay on the field a little bit longer to give the defense a little bit more rest because they're going to need it like throughout the games this season. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one. I actually, and it might shock you, I'm going to go with the Texans on this one, man. I think the Colts are kind of in decline right now. Anthony Richardson, he showed me that he could play, but man, I just don't think that they're. I don't think they're there. I think it's going to be a rough year for Colts with Jonathan Taylor being out, and even if he does come back, I don't think he will play. So I think that's what we're getting.
Even if he does play, how much production are you going to get out of him? He's already been very vocal that he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, he's got a disdain for that franchise right now. So yeah, like why are you going to perform for somebody that that you can't stand?
It's kind of it's to me it's understandable. I understand the hesitancy to want to pay a running back. I mean, we saw the last time it happened. Dallas gave Zeke a $80 million deal or whatever it was, and then he didn't do anything for 4 years after that. So that, I mean, let's go ahead and call it what it is.
Any jab you can do at my Cowboys, you're gonna do it.
Let's be honest. Let's look the devil in the face here. That is what the hesitancy is in the NFL right now about paying running backs. That was the most recent example of a top running back getting paid top money and then not performing after he gets the bag.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? So that's why I'm hesitant to want to pay running backs right now. Because, I mean, even Nick Chubb, I think he just got his contract, and he didn't get the contract he should have got because Nick Chubb has been a top 5 rusher in the league for 4 years now.
Yeah, he's still doing it.
I don't think he got the extension he should have. I don't think Josh Jacobs got the extension he should have gotten. I mean, like, he was last year's leading rusher. He's been a top leading rusher for 3 years now. And I think he $25 million extension. Like, that dude is worth $50 million easy.
Yep.
I understand, especially because Jonathan Taylor's only in his third year. But if he's in his third year and you give him a 4-year deal, you're probably going to get the 4 years out of him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Next matchup is going to be Kansas City at Jacksonville. T-Law against Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelce is more than likely going to play in this game, and I think they're going to need him. They're going to need him on the field against Jacksonville because if Travis Kelce wasn't playing in this game, I'd probably take Jacksonville. But with Travis Kelce coming back, it's going to take the tension away from those other guys. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think that's one of the good matchups of the week, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm going to take Kansas City in this.
We're the Red Sea parts here. I'm going to take Jacksonville in that game.
Nice.
Yep.
Care to elaborate, or are we moving on?
And Christian Kirk and Calvin Ridley had no ring rust coming in week 1. So
no, I told you that was going to be good as soon as he comes back.
You were right on one. I was right 1-1 there. Um, Trevor Lawrence is now starting to make the leaps that he should be making as a number 1 overall pick in what is it, year 3 now? He's finally starting to do that. So I think, with a fully healthy Travis Etienne and now better rounded receiving core with Trevor Lawrence, I could see Jacksonville being able to get into a shootout in Kansas City and being able to win that shootout.
Yeah. All right, next matchup is going to be Chicago, the Bears, at Tampa Bay. So Baker Mayfield, they surprised a lot of us by beating the Minnesota Vikings that Week 1 game. They pulled it out. It was 20-17. But hey, Mike Evans still looks like a good receiver. I mean, still 29, still young. He can still play. And I did not know this, but every year that he's played in the league, he's went over 1,000 yards every single year. And the quarterbacks he played with.
Didn't do it his rookie year. There was
one.
or no.
Okay, all right, but I heard like a stat like he did that. Okay, but I guess he didn't do it his rookie year.
No, he didn't, because he's been, I think, 10 years, and he's done it 9 years in a row. So
that's still pretty impressive.
There was 1 year he didn't do it, but then he went on a string of like 9 or 10 years in a row that he did it.
Yeah.
So, like him and Baker Mayfield have that connection, so I don't see why he wouldn't do it again this year.
Yeah. No. Yeah. The same. Chicago, man, I just don't know. I don't know about Chicago. Chicago still kind of scares me about everything. I'm gonna have to take Tampa Bay in this matchup. I'd like them better.
I know what the problem in Chicago is Chase Claypool. Right? They got to get rid of him. They got to get rid of that guy. They got to cut that dead weight. Did you watch any of the replays or highlights on that game?
I did.
Claypool gave up on every single play. Every single play. He cut off routes. He didn't block for anybody. I mean, he didn't do anything at all. He was just kind of there. And that's why in Justin Fields' post game press conference, now he didn't call Chase Claypool out my name, but he said that we need to do a better job blocking on the perimeter, getting our playmakers into space, and part of that has to do with blocking on the perimeter. And he was talking about Chase Claypool because Claypool missed every single block in that game. And it wasn't because he was trying; he just didn't block. It's because he didn't try to block.
Yeah. Good Lord. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Buccaneers with that one. Who do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Buccaneers.
Gotcha. Next matchup is going to be the Chargers of LA going up against the Titans of Tennessee. Both 0-1. I mean, Chargers lost a heartbreaker, and they always seem to freaking lose that way in Week 1 against the Dolphins. And then Tennessee, I don't know what the hell Ryan Tannehill was doing when that last throw that he threw. It looked like he threw directly to the other team. I mean, Tennessee's been decent with Mike Vrabel as their head coach. But man, dude, you know how much I like the Chargers and Herbert and that whole team. But Eckler's not going to play. I think he's out. But even with that, I'm going to go with the Chargers. I think they're a dangerous team.
Well, to be completely honest with you, I'm not saying Vrabel's a bad coach. I just think that Tennessee won despite him. I don't think they won because of him. Because I mean, he hasn't really. I mean, Vrabel's always been a defensive guy, right? I mean, he played linebacker. He came into the coaching as a defensive coach, became a coordinator, and then took over as the head coach of Tennessee. But Tennessee's defense has not been any better with Vrabel. They're middle of the road like they always are. The quarterback play, there's always been something to be left desired there. But Vrabel does have a very strong voice as far as drafting goes.
Yeah.
And as of right now, the 2 quarterbacks he drafted can't beat out a 37-year-old Ryan Tannehill. So that ought to also tell you something. He's not good at drafting. He hasn't made the defense better.
Is he the GM though? Like, is he the one drafting?
GM, but Vrabel. I think Vrabel got their last GM fired.
Yeah.
So, I don't think they won because of Vrabel. I think they won just in spite of him. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but realistically, how hard is it to win when you have a 6'3", 240-pound running back that is faster than DBs, and bigger and stronger than linebackers. I mean, how hard is it to win with a I mean, if you look at it, I mean, I think Derrick Henry won like the rushing title 2 or 3 years in a row prior to last season getting hurt, and he was still a top 3 rusher in the
Yep.
league with getting hurt because through 8 games he put up like 1,300 yards. So I think Henry is starting to slow down a little bit. I think we're starting to see that now. Tannehill obviously is over the hill. That defense isn't carrying anything. I mean, that defense is kind of like it's just poking the bear at this point too. I I think the Tennessee will win some games this year. I don't see them being competitive in the AFC. I don't even think they can win this game. So yeah, I'm gonna go with.
All right, man. We got the we got a whopper of a matchup for this next one. It's going to be the Giants, New York, going up against the Arizona Cardinals.
You did take the Chargers in that game as well.
I
Correct?
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said
It'll
the
be very
Giants
rare
switched.
for me to not take the Chargers this year. I'm just going to say that right now.
If you if did you just say you're not going to not take the Chargers this year?
I said it's going to be rare if I don't take them.
Then you're going to have a team that you're probably going to go like 10-7 with on your pick every week. So
yeah, yep.
Because I don't see. The Chargers don't. They also don't like to play defense, and they score a lot, but they give up a lot of points. And even though they score a lot, they usually tend to lose the games they score a lot in. So
yep.
I don't. I don't see them winning more than 10. I mean, they may go 11-6, but I don't really see them going much better than 10-7.
13 wins, man. That's what I'm taking them to do this season.
Well, I mean, you're already behind the gun a little bit because
it's the first week, so
I mean, but they can only lose 5 more. Well, no, they can only lose 3 more games if they're going to win 13 games. So
yeah,
they got to
stay healthy.
They got to go 13-3 for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and they got to stay healthy, and they got to beat the Chiefs. I think they can do it, but yeah.
I think they should be able to do it. If they can't beat the Chiefs, then it might be time to start looking at some other options.
Yeah,
because this is an extremely hindered. Even when Kelsey's there, this is a lower grade Chiefs team, and this is a still fully powered Chargers team. So if they can't beat them this year, then they may just not ever beat them.
Yeah, maybe not. Who do you got for the shit bowl? The Giants in Arizona.
Look, I said this week 1, and I'm gonna stick to my guns on this. I think if Arizona could find a way to score less than 0 points every week, I think they will. Just because I don't think that they're going to leave anything to imagination. I think they're tanking all out this year for Caleb Williams, and I don't think that there's going to be another team even close to the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the Giants. With that being said, they have a better team, and Arizona's just they don't even care this year. So the next one is going to be the San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams.
I'll take the reins on this. I know Matthew Stafford had a good week 1, and I think the Rams even won week 1, didn't they?
Yes, they beat the.
And that's without.
They beat Seattle.
They beat Seattle. That's right. Yeah, they beat Seattle. Seattle had a rough week, so that means that the Rams defense played really well. But I mean, they lost Jalen Ramsey. Aaron Donald was undecided whether or not he was even going to come back this year. He was thinking about retirement. Matthew Stafford's back. He looked good. I think he threw for 300 yards and a couple of scores in that game. But dude, I mean, Brock Purdy is the real deal. Like San Francisco just needed a quarterback. Like their running game is fine. Their receivers are, I mean, just super, super fast and athletic.
Yep.
And their defense is just daunting. I mean, nobody scores on their defense. So I'm not even going to mess with this one. San Francisco is going to blow them out.
Yeah, I got the 49ers as well. And hey, 49ers, you keep winning those freaking games. And when you meet the Cowboys in week 5, it better be 2 undefeated teams going at it. That's going to be your first L right there. I want to see it.
I was about to say,
So,
you better say it, and y'all better not beat us again for the third year in a row.
we're doing it. It's going to be 2 undefeated teams going at it, and Dallas is going to hand you your first loss. I'm taking the 49ers to win this game. And then now we're coming up.
I feel like the 49ers have handed Dallas 2 losses in a row. So
Yeah, but we're in it, man. We want it. We want it back. We want to get this win big time from the freaking 49ers. We know we can beat them. We're going to. I guarantee it.
But I
And
mean,
then now we have the Dallas.
I mean, feeling like you can beat them and knowing you can beat them are 2 different things. Because I feel like in order to know you can beat them, you actually have to have beat them. And I mean, Dallas hasn't beat them, so.
Hey, it's a new year, man. It's a new year. Yeah, but yeah, I want them to keep winning.
San Francisco won. They won week 1, what, like 30-7 or something like that.
Yeah, they they beat the Steelers. And
Yeah,
it made them
I mean,
look terrible.
I think the only reason that the Steelers even put up 7 points because it was like garbage time or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
I could see the exact same result happening against the
it
Rams.
was pretty bad.
I could see a 30-7 game against the Rams.
Yeah. All right, so we got the Jets and the Cowboys now. I'm not going to spend any time on this. Aaron Rodgers is down. Yeah, the New York Jets have a good defense, but I'm taking Dallas, man. Dallas defense is going to be all over Zach Wilson. It's going to be a hard game for him.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Jets defense are going to be all over y'all's offense too, but y'all's offense is just better than the Jets offense is. So, yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't see any reason why Dallas shouldn't win this game.
Yep. Next one's going to be the Washington Commanders against the Denver Broncos. I'm not going to spend any time on this one. I'm taking the Broncos. I think they can. I don't believe in the Commanders this year.
I mean, I don't believe in the Broncos either. So,
We splitting?
yeah, where are they playing at?
They're playing in Denver, Mile High.
Okay.
Yeah, that changes things, don't it?
Yeah. You know what? I still don't think Russell Wilson is very good. Now, I don't think Sam Howell's very good either, but I don't know how much better Russell Wilson is than him. No, I'm going to take the Commanders. I'm going to go with the Commanders.
Okay. All right. All right. We got the Sunday night game. Are we having a doubleheader for Monday night? Looks like we are.
It's possible.
Wow. Okay. They didn't do it for week 1, but they're doing it for week 2. That's weird. So the Sunday night game is going to be Miami and New England. That's a good game. I like that matchup a lot.
Where are they playing at?
They're playing in Foxborough, so they're going to be playing on the Patriots' home turf. Man, that's tough.
You know what? I'm gonna take Miami. Tyreek Hill was unstoppable week 1. I don't know that there's anybody in the league that can cover him.
Yeah, and then that's why I'm like, it's kind of tough for me. I want to take the Patriots in this game, I really do. But can they stop that offense, that high-powered offense, when they're all healthy?
That's part of the problem. And I don't know if you saw any of Miami's week 1 when they played, but I mean, not only was Tyreek Hill unstoppable, but Tua Tagovailoa was dropping dimes.
Yeah.
I mean, he was not missing the target at all.
Yeah, he played really well.
Because we all know. I mean, there's no misconception on how fast Tyreek Hill is. He's the fastest guy in the league. Tyreek Hill running full sprint downfield, 40 yards down the field. Tua Tagovailoa was still leading him. So everybody was, the whole big thing with Tua Tagovailoa is, his arm strength. Is his arm strong enough? If you can throw the ball 40 yards down the field and still throw it in front of Tyreek Hill to where he has to run and go get it, you definitely have the arm strength to be there.
Yeah. But I will say this: the Patriots defense is going to be a lot different from the Chargers defense. Man, you know what? I'm going to take the Patriots to win this game. It's going to be close, but the defense, I believe, is I think they're capable of getting the job done where they can allow them to stay in this game. Yeah, I'm going to take the Pats.
The only thing I'm going to say, and I'm glad you took the Pats because now I'm going to say it after you did that. The Patriots' number 1 defensive cornerback is down. Christian Gonzalez, the rookie out of Oregon, is
I didn't know that.
Starting Jalen Waddle or Tyreek Hill. He's going to be one-on-one against one of those guys.
You son of a bitch. Damn. Okay, I didn't know that. I'm gonna still stick with my pick, but would have been nice to know about that earlier. All right, and we'll get to game one. We'll get to game one of our doubleheader for Monday night. We got the New Orleans Saints at the Carolina Panthers. Derek Carr going up against Bryce Young. I'm not going to waste any time on that. I got the Saints. I think the Saints will win that game.
Yeah, I mean they got a better defense, they got a better offense, they got a better special teams. I don't think it's going to be that close.
Yep. All right, so game two, and to close out our week for game two for week two is going to be an AFC North division rival. A rivalry is going to be the Cleveland Browns going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh no,
Dude,
I'm not going to waste any time on
Pittsburgh's
this
got
one.
to bounce back. They got to. I believe in that team. I like that team. I like Pickett. I like Tomlin. I like that defense. I like T.J. Watt. Cooper for the Browns is going to be questionable. Man, I'm gonna take Pittsburgh. I feel good about it. I'm gonna roll with the Steelers. They're at home. So
I'm going to take Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland looked good week one. The defense looked solid. The offense, I mean, left some stuff to be desired, but they were able to score enough points to win the game. So that's a positive. And Kenny Pickett proved in week one of this year every reason why I was so confused as to why Pittsburgh took him in the first round last year.
I told you he was going to be the first quarterback taken in that draft.
He's still a year removed from being drafted and played about 6 games last year. Still looks like he is not ready to be in the NFL. He looks undecisive. He looks scared. He makes bad throws. He makes bad decisions. He just doesn't look like he's ready to be a quarterback. I don't see any way that with him leading that offense out on the field, they can score enough points to beat anybody.
Well, strong words. I like Pickett, man. I like that kid a lot.
I know you do because it was his 1 year that he got to start at Pitt. He put up like amazing numbers, and he did that fake slide.
He did the fake slide, man. Come on.
I mean, that's great, but the fake slide in the NFL is going to get your fucking head taken off by a middle linebacker.
I love that move.
Not only is he not playing in college anymore, but he's not playing those weak ass colleges that he was playing in Pitt. He's playing real talented people now.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, that's going to close out for us, folks. Yeah, my fantasy team won last week. How did yours do?
Mine won as well.
Both 1-0 going into week two. I'm playing. I believe I'm playing your sister-in-law.
I am playing. I'm going to be honest. I haven't even looked at it. I still have Mark Andrews on the bench. I'm playing Chris, my brother's best friend.
Lone Star Letdowns. Okay.
Lone Star Letdowns.
Gotcha. I think I'm playing your sister-in-law. But it's
let me see here.
Burrito or something like that. Burrito Bowl or something like that.
Burrito.
Yeah. Something like that. We'll see. She did pretty good that first week.
Yeah. In-law. Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, you want to close this out?
She's actually projected to beat you right now.
There you go. I was projected to lose last week too, so we'll see.
I'm pretty much projected to lose every week, and I'm basically Philadelphia Eagles. I don't lose very often, so.
No, don't close this out like that. How dare you? How dare you? All right, man. You want to close this out?
Yeah. So, all you fantasy owners, men and women, good luck this week unless you're playing me.
Then you're going down.